Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Fandom Fights. We are here for a big one. This is a big one. This is the five-way #1 contenders match. We've been building to it. It's going to be intense. I'm in my kitchen. Nick, you're in what appears to be your bedroom. I believe this is your normal spot of recording. Nothing's changed there. How are you doing, Nick?
Doing well, Tim. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little giddy. I'm excited. This has been building up for quite a while. Every person earned their spot to be here, some in dominant fashion and some in very close calls. And I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who's going to win, Tim. It could literally be any one of these five. It's going to be crazy.
I mean, we have former champions. We have champion contending people here tonight. We've got rising stars here. It's just like every type of player, we've got them, and they all have a shot, because when it comes to fandom, you know, with the betting round and the wheel spin, it really could go any which way. I do want to say one thing. I know I'm not in my normal spot, so I did bring one Blu-ray with me today to put up. So during the promos, I'll put that up behind me, but I am excited. I think we should just get into it. So let's go talk to the players real quick in some promos.
Hello, Fandom. Welcome to the five-way that I'm here. I'm a Tyler B, maybe not the Tyler B you expected, but Tyler B that you got. So excited to be here. Excited to go against four of the greatest people that are in the community right now. Excited to have my first match with the video store with Thomas, who's going to share some words of wisdom right now. Yes, I will take that one to heart. Very excited to be here. Excited to play. Don't have a lot to lose. Kind of doing this a little bit earlier than expected. So I'm ready to play, ready to get in here, do the best that I can, and hopefully not be last. That's the dream.
All right, look at this. #1 five-way contender match. There's a lot of people here, but at the end of the day, you know what we got? We got two guys who are going to be the top two guys in this thing. I don't know which one of it is, if it's you or Holzmann who wins, but you know what? Either way, we're walking out of this because that's what we do. We win. So sorry to the rest of you. You've been on a tear, so I'm very excited to see you go tonight. How are you feeling?
I'm excited for it. Never been in a fatal five-way in this caliber before, so looking forward for what's going to happen. Wishing the best of luck for myself, obviously, but yeah, it should be exciting.
Absolutely. You know what? Manners maketh man. Let's play.
All right. I'm here. Yeah, Scully, talk. I'm bad at this. You're muted. Manners maketh man. Let's do this.
I don't really have anything to say. The other players said it. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, let's just do this. Oh, I'm also contractually obliged to say, buy our shit.
Anthony, I'm an older man. I was a slightly older man when these started, but I'm glad I'm here now.
This is a lot. There's a lot of people. This is the five-way. I have my popcorn ready.
Ooh.
I know you're ready. I don't think there's too much else to say. It's the beginning of the new year. You ready to get this rolling?
Yeah, I had a dream. That dream was to come here and do stuff. And here I am doing stuff. So dream fulfilled. Let's do it.
Well said. Let's roll.
Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but Albert is Deadpool, and all the other players are members of X-Force that are dying. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what his thing is in the background.
Listen,
that motherfucker.
Yes, no, that's correct. I don't want to talk anymore, Tim. Let's start. I'm excited.
Let's get into it. Nick, why don't you tell us how round #1 works?
Sure, I can do that. Everyone, this is how round #1 is going to work. Each player will get 5 questions in the realm of fandom fights. 5 questions. You'll get 10 questions in the realm of fan fights. Look, I'm doing it too. You'll get 10 questions in the realm of fandom fights. 15 seconds per question. You have 15 seconds to write your answer down. After the end of 15 seconds, we will say pens down. You will show us your answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer will be worth 1 point apiece. 1 point apiece. Should any person get all 10 questions correct, you will receive a bonus question and a perfect round. You'll have 3 repeats, 1 challenge to use for the entirety of the match. Any questions as we get into round 1?
All right, Nick, beautifully said. Great job reading those rules off your cue cards. Why don't we get into question 1, Nick? What is it?
All right. Question number 1 will come in the category of fandom quotes. And your question is, in which Bond film will you hear Q say the quote, "Need I remind you, 007, that you have a license to kill, not to break the traffic laws"?
You literally said the first 2 words of that quote, and one player here just started writing things.
What you gonna do?
They might actually be James Bond. 5,
Possible.
4, 3.
Also, I should look into that Q card I need.
Pens down, right? Let's start with Robert.
So the Living Daylights.
Joe.
GoldenEye.
Holtzmann.
You only live twice.
Albert.
GoldenEye.
And Tyler.
That's a Spectre.
GoldenEye is correct.
It was on 2 nights ago.
It's fair. And you had to watch it. All right, guys, your next question is in the category of Planet of the Apes. What does Zira do with the ape child after Hassline shoots it in Escape from the Planet of the Apes?
Want to see something cool, Tim?
Yeah.
All these players' initials spell out RJ Cat.
RJ Cat. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Joe.
Throws it in the water.
Cameron.
I put berries it.
Albert.
Throws it into the water.
Tyler.
I said throws it in the river.
Albert. Or sorry, not Albert. Robert.
And I said drops it into the water.
Is it a river, Nick?
I think we can accept river, and if anyone wants to challenge, you may.
Okay.
So we'll accept Tyler's answer.
I wrote water because I wasn't sure.
Yep.
Is there a challenge?
Yep.
I don't.
Okay. What's next?
Your next question will come in the category of YA. And your question is, who plays Bella's human friend Jessica Stanley in Twilight?
Oh, what a question.
Your favorite.
This movie? Yeah.
This movie series.
Yep.
You love them.
Yep. First movie I ever saw. 5,
More than Lord of the Rings.
2. You got it.
Yesterday.
1. Pens down. Cameron.
I'm on the board. Anna Kendrick.
Albert.
Hannah Kendrick.
Tyler.
Took too long to come up with Anna Kendrick.
Robert.
Anna Kendrick.
And Joe.
Anna Kendrick.
All correct. Clean sweep. All right, guys. Your next question is going to come in Wizarding World. Who does Hermione disguise herself as using Polyjuice Potion at the beginning of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2? Maggie Brzakala hates this film.
Why?
You know why?
Wait, what?
She just rewatched the whole series and stopped at the first Deathly Hallows and didn't finish the last 2. Just didn't watch them. 5, 4, 3. So I think she hates them too. 1. Pens down. She actually got busy, but let's go to Albert.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Tyler.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Robert.
Yeah, I always get too busy for endings too. Bellatrix Lestrange.
Joe.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
And Cam.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Bellatrix, correct. And Joe and Albert are still batting perfect.
Indeed. As we get to your next question, which comes in the category of the MCU. And your question is, how many MCU films feature the character Natasha Romanoff?
Not to be confused with Natasha Romanon.
Or Natasha Greek off.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Or also Bill Nye. Shouldn't confuse the two. They're not the same person.
No. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Tyler, we are starting with you.
I said 8.
We will go to Robert.
I also said 8.
We will go to Joe.
8.
We will go to Cameron.
That's 7.
And Albert.
9.
9 is correct. The films being Iron Man 2, The Avengers, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, and Black Widow. So I bet the Captain Marvel one is what did them in, Nick.
Funnily enough, no.
Oh, interesting.
I
Your
forgot
next
two
question.
Captain America.
I should have repeated. My own fault.
Your next question, guys, is going to be in Disney animation. What type of animal is turned into Cinderella's coach driver in Cinderella? Cinderella.
Night and
Sounds
day.
like a type of pasta.
Sounds like a type of pasta.
Yeah, Cinderella and meatballs.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're back to Robert.
I said a cat.
We will go to Joe.
Horse.
Cameron.
Dog.
Albert.
I said goose.
And Tyler.
Pretty sure it's horse.
Horse is correct. And with that, no more perfect rounds, Nick. As we get into the 7th question, I believe.
Yeah, your 7th question will come in the category of Mission Impossible. In Mission Impossible Fallout, who kills the man that Walker and Ethan fight in the bathroom, who Ethan thinks is John Lark?
Who is the Ethan of this community?
Um,
There is a clear answer. I just want to say.
Okay.
We'll say it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Kaleb Koho.
Koho.
Yeah, good job. 5, 4,
But really, Scott Harvey.
2,
Ethan Beller.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Joe.
Ilsa Faust.
Cameron.
Elsa Faust.
Albert.
Elsa Faust.
And Tyler.
Ilsa Faust.
And Robert.
Ilsa Faust.
Ilsa Faust is correct. All right. Your next question is in Star Trek. Ooh, it's my favorite. The question is, who plays Spock's father, Sarek, in Star Trek 2009?
You're a
People were
filthy,
waiting.
stinking liar.
Because I said this is my favorite?
Yeah.
No, in the couple months we had off, I actually
No. You
deep
said
dived into this.
You said Twilight.
Oh, that's right. Well, Twilight was my first movie ever, so 5, 4,
Oh, wow.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hadn't seen a movie before then. Let's go to Cameron.
I know it's wrong, but I wrote David Warner.
Albert.
I said Mark Leonard.
We'll go to Tyler.
Pretty sure this is the old one, but Mark Leonard.
Robert.
I also know it's wrong and said David Warner.
And Joe.
Ben Cross.
Ben Cross is the correct answer. Joe, the only one hitting that one. What is next, Nick?
Your penultimate question of the round will come in the category of horror icons. And your question is, which Friday the 13th film features a boy getting his throat slit while caught hanging upside down from a tree in a bear trap?
Sounds like an unfortunate evening.
What? I could think of worse things. You could have.
I don't want to say any in case they're in
Actually,
questions later, but yeah. So,
Was that something I should have?
yeah.
Quick score check. Joe at 7, Albert 6, Tyler 5, Robert 4, Cameron 3.
That's what I got. 1. Pens down. Let's start with Albert.
Friday the 13th, part 2.
Tyler.
I said Friday the 13th, 2009.
Robert.
I said Friday the 13th, part 2.
Joe.
I said Friday the 13th, the remake.
And Cameron.
I said Friday the 13th, 2009.
Part 2 is the correct answer. So I believe Albert and Robert hitting that one.
Yep.
All right. So we have a tie for the lead right now going into the final question, and it is in the category of Worlds of DC. What do Black Manta and his father take hostage at the beginning of Aquaman? Or as Jeremy Irons would say it, Aquaman. Did you read the recent interview with him about these movies? Oh, dude, I gotta tell you about it later. It's fucking awesome. Fine.
Like, because he liked them or because he's
No, he like shits on Joss Whedon's movie, pens down. It's amazing. Burch, we'll start with you.
I said a sub.
We'll go to Robert.
Is that a sandwich? So
Damn it, you beat me to it.
That was the test. Thank you, Robert. Joe.
Submarine.
Cam.
Submarine.
And Albert.
A submarine.
Yeah, we'll accept just sub, but yeah. I had Subway for dinner, so the first thing I thought of was, ooh, a nice foot long.
As I turned it around, I was like, this isn't going to be good.
All right, so that wraps up round one. No perfect rounds. We have a tie for the lead between Joe and Albert at 8 apiece, followed with another tie of Robert and Tyler with 6. Cam in final spot with 4. Is that what you have?
Correct.
Okay, so we're going to move on to round number 2. Here's how it's going to work. We're going to bring up the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each one of these players is going to have a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. Or, well, they can choose to spin again. I know, crazy. But they got to keep whatever they spin the second time if they choose to do that. You'll get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece unless you check the multiple choice. Then it will be worth only 1 point. No, Nick, you said this at the beginning. All of you still have all 3 repeats and your challenge intact. And how could I forget? Ceiling is available in this round, boys. Look out. The wheel today is brought to you by Voodoo. Buy some movies, watch them, study for fandom. The categories on it are Wizarding World, MCU, YA, horror icons, Planet of the Apes, Star Wars, Disney animation, James Bond, Disney live action, and scores and soundtracks. And because this is a multi-person match, there is no spinners and opponent's choice on the wheel today. Cameron, I'm a stupid.
Very much no.
Very much last. Sorry, so we're going to start with Joe because he is higher ranked than Albert. So, Joe, we will bring in your manager. Do you want to spin first or defer?
Thomas, I think going to do something unusual, and I am going to defer this time.
Okay. So that'll put it over to Albert. So, Albert, would you like to spin or defer?
You're muted, go.
I would say defer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that will put it over to Robert. If I can find his manager, there he is. Would you like to spin or defer?
How you feeling? You just want to defer like everyone else, or
Trends. Stick with trends.
follow the trend?
Defer.
Okay. And that puts it over to Mr. Burch.
Since it's just one person below me, I think I'm gonna defer. I know we talked about it. Yeah, I'll defer.
Okay. So we'll bring in Mr. Scully.
And now we'll defer too, right?
You'll what?
That's back to me.
Tim, are you aware that the wheel is not currently on the screen?
Yeah, it's right there.
There we go.
There.
All right. So this is going to be the spin for Cameron. Lands on those wars that took place in the stars. Cameron, do you want to keep that or spin again?
We talked about this. I think we should probably spin again, Cam.
Spin again, please.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. This is what you are stuck with. It lands on Jimmy B.
Cool, it's been fun.
Play it safe. Go multiple choice. You got this.
All right. Nick, you want to go ahead and give Cam his questions and Jimmy B?
Gladly. And all other players' steals are available, but you'll need to use your whiteboard. You'll have 15 seconds after the incorrect answer is given to write your answer down. Cameron, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Jimmy B?
I believe I'm required to answer them, so my answer doesn't really matter.
Good point. Your first question. Which James Bond film features the Eiffel Tower?
Oh, the Eiffel Tower is in. Oh, I looked this up. I wrote it in my notes earlier.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question. Oh my goodness.
Cam's first repeat.
All right, the question again. Which James Bond film features the Eiffel Tower?
Because they eat there, and then he kills the dude that he's eating with, which is in.
4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options are: is it A, The Spy Who Loved Me, B, Quantum of Solace, C, Moonraker, D, A View to a Kill?
A View to a Kill.
That's correct for 1 point. Cameron, your second question in James Bond. Who plays Miss Moneypenny for every film featuring Pierce Brosnan as James Bond?
Multiple choice.
Okay, is it A, Caroline Bliss, B, Samantha Bond, C, Lois Maxwell, D, Edie Falco?
A.
A is incorrect. Everyone else, chance for a 1 point steal. The options again are A, Caroline Bliss, B, Samantha
A.
Bond,
Oh no.
C, Lois Maxwell, D, Edie Falco.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
I cut out. Was I wrong?
Yes, you were wrong. Sorry. Robert.
Thank you. I assumed.
B, Samantha Bond.
Joe.
Bond. Samantha Bond.
Albert.
B, Samantha Bond.
And Tyler.
Samantha Bond.
That is correct. Cam, are you good now? You're caught up with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Cameron, your third question in James Bond. In Quantum of Solace, when Bond and Agent Fields check into the hotel, what profession do they say they are?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, doctors, B, lawyers, C, teachers, D, actors?
Actors.
That is incorrect. Everyone else, chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, doctors, B, lawyers, C, teachers, D, actors?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Robert.
C, teachers.
Joe.
Teachers.
Albert.
I said doctors.
And Tyler.
I also said doctors.
Teachers is the correct answer.
They just won the lottery.
Yeah. Nice. And Cameron, your penultimate question of the round. How does Quarrel die in Dr. No?
He is burned to death by a thing. He's burned to death
That's true.
by a tank disguised as a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's the one.
I was like, I'm just gonna say burned to death because if I get too specific, I'll throw
Yeah.
myself.
You are correct. And Cameron, your final question of the round. What is the first name of the woman Bond marries in On Her Majesty's Secret Service?
Can I ask, do you want her actual first name or the first name she goes by?
Either.
Tracy.
That is correct for 2 points and the end of Cameron's round 2.
I got a question about one of the Bond movies I actually like. So
All right, so Cameron gets his total up to 9, but with steals in there. Robert at 8, Joe at 10, Albert at 9, and Tyler at 7.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we'll bring back the wheel, and we are going back to Joe. So, Joe, do you want to spin now or defer?
Well, given what those two spins were, I will defer.
Okay.
Play the odds.
So we are going to move over to Albert.
We'll keep deferring also.
Mhm.
Okay. Then we will move over to Robert.
I don't know if the wheel was angry at Joe for not going first or what it was,
no, I
but
was angry at me.
yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't know if it was angry at you or at Joe. I couldn't tell. It took its wrath out on you, Cam. That's the point. Defer, please.
Trends.
Okay. So this is going to be the spin for Tyler then. Tyler, your spin is in, and it lands on Disney animation. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I think we're gonna spin again.
Okay. This is what you are going to be stuck with. It is horror icons.
Okay.
Everyone's super excited about what they're spinning tonight, Nick. All right. Tyler, are you ready for your questions in horror icons?
Let's do it.
All right, your first question. Jason fights against a girl with telepathic powers in which Friday the 13th film?
Is like the subtitle work?
Yep.
The New Blood.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your second question. In Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, Loomis finds Michael at what type of location before heading to Haddonfield?
Gas station.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your third question. In A Nightmare on Elm Street, Nancy plans to lure Freddy into a makeshift bomb that she made by putting gunpowder inside of what object?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, a radiator, B, a toaster, C, a light bulb, or D, a bug zapper.
A light bulb?
I'm sorry, you cut out for me. Say it again.
A light bulb?
That is correct.
Man, I was thinking that too. Damn it.
All right, Tyler, your fourth question. What horror icon's character is played by Scout Taylor Compton?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Nancy Thompson, B, Kristen Parker, C, Laurie Strode, or D, Alice Kingsley.
Alice Kingsley?
That is incorrect. Everyone else, chance for a 1 point steal. Your options are A, Nancy Thompson, B, Kristen Parker, C, Laurie Strode, or D, Alice Kingsley. Five, four, three, two, one. That's down. Robert.
Baby. Laurie Strode. Terrible.
We will go to Joe.
Laurie Strode.
Cameron.
I never remember which way her first name is spelled. Laurie Strode.
Not that way. And Albert.
Laurie Strode.
Laurie Strode is correct. All right. Tyler, we move on to your final question, and it is, what is the name of the comic book superhero that Mark becomes in his dream to fight Freddy in A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child?
The Phantom Prowler.
Without hesitation, that is correct. Wow. Okay. Tyler got his horror icons down. So he gets his total up to 14. Is that what you have, Nick?
Yep.
With those Laurie steals in there, though, I got Robert up to 9, Joe at 11, Cameron at 10, and Albert at 10.
Correct.
All right. So we move back once again to Joe Farrelly. Will you be spinning or deferring?
This is where it gets tough. I think I'm going to defer at least once more.
Yeah. Okay. So we move over to Albert then.
I say we also defer one more time, Albert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then this will be the spin for Robert. All right, Robert, your first spin is in. And it lands ever so barely on scores and soundtracks.
I don't hate this as much as most people do, but I probably shouldn't risk it given.
Yeah, you got to get a couple points here.
Yeah, I got to get some points. So
No.
probably roll the dice and get a category that I really despise.
Yeah, that seems to be the trend.
Yeah, so we will spin again.
All right, this is what you're going to be stuck with.
Show me Disney live action.
And
Oh,
it's
what the
Disney
hell?
live action.
Oh my god, this is fucking hilarious.
It's all right. Just use your multiple like everyone else has. So
Yep.
I want to
All right.
apologize for summoning that.
Nick, do you want to give Robert his questions?
Gladly. Robert, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Disney live action?
Contractual obligations and all that. Let's go.
Gotcha. Your first question. Harry Vardon and Francis Ouimet are athletes that can be found in what Disney live action sports film?
5, 4.
I'm going to take a repeat.
All right, that's Robert's first repeat. The question again. Perry Varden and Francis Ouimet are athletes that can be found in what Disney live-action sports film?
Multiple choice, please.
All right. Is it A, Remember the Titans, B, Glory Road, C, The Greatest Game Ever Played, or D, D3, The Mighty Ducks?
Greatest game ever played.
That is correct for 1 point. Robert, your second question. In The Sorcerer's Apprentice, where in New York City does Horvath release the Morganian Son Locke?
Multiple choice, please.
All right. Your multiple choice options. Is it A, Harlem, B, Chinatown, C, Greenwich Village, or D, Little Italy?
Chinatown.
Chinatown is correct for 1 point.
Cool.
Robert, your third question. Who plays Nilo Nemolato, the harbor master where Frank moors his boat in Jungle Cruise?
Forgetting his name. Oh,
5, 4.
Repeat.
All right. That's Robert's second repeat. Question again. Who plays Nilo Nemolato, the harbor master where Frank moors his boat in Jungle Cruise?
I know who it is. Oh my god. I hate brain farts. They're terrible. Multiple choice. I know who it is, but I'm
All right. Your multiple choice options. Is it A, Jesse Plemons, B, Nick Nolte, C, Donald Sutherland, or D, Paul Giamatti?
Paul Giamatti.
That is correct for 1 point.
Every time I think of Paul Giamatti, I think of Jeremy Piven for some reason. I don't know why.
All right. Robert, your penultimate question in Disney live action. Who tells Mowgli about Akila's death in the Jungle Book?
Bagheera.
That is incorrect. Everyone else chance for a 2-point steal.
Nick, where'd he go?
He went away. 5, 4.
Repeat the question.
Okay. That's going to be a repeat from Cameron, his second. Who tells Mowgli about Akila's death in the Jungle Book? Hey, you're back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joe, we'll start with you for this deal.
King Louis.
Cameron.
I said Shere Khan.
Albert.
I also said Shere Khan.
And Tyler.
I said Baloo.
King Louis is correct. So Joe getting the 2-point steal there. Nick, you want to go ahead and give the final question?
Yes, Robert, your final question in Disney live action. What type of animal fishes the bed out of the sea on Naboombu in Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
A bear.
Bear is correct for
No peopling allowed.
All right. So Robert gets his total up to 14, tying Tyler for first. And then we have Joe with 13 and Albert and Cam tied at 10. Is that what you have?
correct.
Okay. So we will now move back to Joe once again. If I can find his manager, there we go. Joe, are you going to spin now or defer to Albert?
I'm going to spin.
Okay. Joe, here is your spin. Lands on the Wizarding World.
Yeah, we're going to keep that.
Okay. All right, Joe. I will just
put my
question.
pen away and get my hands on screen. Give me 2 seconds.
All right, Joe. You ready?
No.
Your first question. Which Harry Potter film is the only one to feature Harry using the spell Ariana Exime?
Arania Exime.
Arania Exime.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, he knew what I meant. That's correct for 2 points.
Ariana Exime was great and Don't Look Up.
All right, your next question. In Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, how is it said that an obscurial is created?
When a wizard suppresses their magical abilities.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, Joe, your next question. Who plays Harry's Aunt Petunia Dursley in the Wizarding World?
Fiona Shaw.
That is correct for 2 more points. My marker is dying. My marker is dying. Your next question, Joe. Who is the only person we see Ron dance with in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Padma Patil, B, Professor McGonagall, C, Pravarti Patil, or D, Katie Bell.
Professor McGonagall.
That's correct.
Let's try not to smile.
I was thinking of the ball the whole time. I forgot about the earlier scene. That's a good. I like that.
All right, Joe, your final question. How long was Sirius Black imprisoned in Azkaban before escaping in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban?
12 years.
12 years. Yeah,
I did my waiting.
12 years is correct. So Joe getting a clean sweep, 9 for 10, gets us total up to 22. Is that what you have?
Yep.
Okay. So now this will officially be the spin for Mr. Albert. Albert, your spin is in. And it lands on Star Wars. Do you want to keep it or spin again?
It's not bad. We're living in a beautiful time where this wheel can literally go with whatever you want to do. I'm not worried about anything. So if you don't feel 100% in this one, you can spin again.
I think I want to spin again and just see.
All right, let's spin it again.
Okay. You are stuck with what you land on now. And it is going to be a free respin.
Cool.
And you
Beautiful.
Get YA.
Love it. All right. Have fun.
All right.
All right, Nick. You want to go ahead and give the questions in YA?
Yeah, Albert. Are you prepared for your questions in the category of YA?
Sure.
All right, your first question. In which Twilight film does Edward first ask Bella to marry him?
That would be New Moon.
That's correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who is Thomas fighting when he remembers his name in The Maze Runner?
Galley.
That's correct for another 2 points. Your third question. In The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, Katniss joins an assault on what district's armory?
Five.
Multiple choice.
Okay, multiple choice options. Is it A2, B4, C1, D7?
7.
That is incorrect. Everyone else chance for a 1 point steal. Your options are A2, B4, C1, D7.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Robert.
Said District 2.
Joe.
District 1.
Cameron.
2.
And Tyler.
2.
It is 2.
All right. Albert, your penultimate question. Who plays Mary, former Wicked member who knows Thomas in the Scorch Trials?
Multiple choice.
Okay, your options are: is it A, Lily Taylor, B, Kaya Scodelario, C, Natalie Emanuel, or D, Catherine McNamara?
Five.
Repeat the question.
Sure.
Albert's
first repeat. The question again: who plays Mary, former Wicked member who knows Thomas in the Scorch Trials? And your options are A, Lily Taylor, B, Kaya Scodelario, C, Natalie Emanuel, or D, Catherine McNamara?
A.
A is correct for 1 point. As we get to your final question, Albert, in YA. After their vehicle crashes, Matthew gives Four a device that will allow him to do what as he heads back to Chicago in Allegiant?
Five. Four.
Multiple choice.
Okay, your options are: is it A, controls mines, B, gets him through the camo wall, C, disables weapons, or D, tracks David's ship?
B.
B is correct for 1 point in the end of round 2.
All right, so round 2's over. I've got Joe in the lead with 22. In second, I have Albert with 16. Then Tyler and Robert are tied at 15, and Cam has 11.
Correct.
Robert and Cam both have 1 repeat remaining. Albert has 2, and Tyler and Joe have all 3. And all the challenges are still in play. As we get into round 3, it's the betting round. Here's how it's going to work. We are going to say a category, then you are going to have to decide whether you want to bet 0, 1, or 2 points on the question. If you get the question right, you will gain those points. If you get the question wrong, you will lose those points. We will play until all 5 questions are donezo for this match, I believe. So let's get into it. Any questions? Nope. Okay. Then your first category that you guys can bet points on is going to be Planet of the Apes. All right, Robert, what do you bet? We'll start with you.
2.
Joe.
2.
Cam.
If I'm going down in flames too.
Okay, Albert.
2.
And Tyler.
All right, I'm the only one that did 1. Okay.
All right, guys, good question. In apes. How many apes travel to the human city in battle for the Planet of the Apes?
What you writing, Tim?
They're bets.
You should have done that already.
I know.
Bet you forgot what all the bets were.
No, they all bet 2 except Tyler bet 1. Can you do the countdown?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Start with Robert.
2.
Joe.
2.
Holzmann.
I wrote a 4.
Albert.
I also said 2.
And Tyler.
I said 3.
2 is the correct answer. So Albert, Robert, and Joe will gain 2 points. Cameron will lose 2 points, and Tyler will lose 1 point.
Yep. Sorry, go ahead. I dropped my cap. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Scores now: Joe leading with 24, followed by Albert with 18, followed by Robert with 17, Tyler with 14, Cameron with 9. As we get to the second question, for which you can bet points, which comes in the category of Disney animation.
All right, let's get bets starting with Robert.
Or 1.
Joe?
Has anyone seen the Disney live-action film Holes?
All right, let's go to Cameron.
Can we get some questions about holes, please?
Albert.
2.
And Tyler.
Let's see if it's getting paid off 2.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
Your question: which Disney animated film features the planet Turo headquarters of the Galactic Federation? How did you? Oh, I remember. Someone said Skittles. I'm watching How I Met Your Mother. I just watched the episode where Marshall drops the Skittles. Friggin' hilarious.
I'm a big fan of that program. Good stuff. 5, 4.
Finale. Ooh boy.
Pens down. Me and Nick kind of like it. Let's start with Robert.
Lilo and Stitch.
Joe.
Should have bet. Lilo and Stitch.
Cameron.
I got points. Lilo and Stitch.
Albert.
Lilo and Stitch.
And Tyler.
Lilo and Stitch.
That is correct. So I've got Joe at 24, Robert at 8, or Albert at 20, Robert at 18, Tyler at 16, Cam at 11.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right. Your next category, guys, is going to be Wizarding World. All right, Robert, what are you betting?
2.
Joe?
2.
Cam?
2.
Albert?
2.
And Tyler?
I'm not the squeaky wheel this time. 2.
Everybody betting 2. Here is the question in Wizarding World. What spell does Snape use to read Harry's mind during their training sessions in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix?
Do you think everyone was accidentally just delayed answering the first question of this round just now?
What?
Everyone wrote 2, and that was what the first question.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
5. You need to erase my board for that.
Repeat.
Kid.
Right.
I believe that was from Tyler, the repeat.
Yeah.
All right, your question again. What spell does Snape use to read Harry's mind during their training sessions in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix? I'm still a fan of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
It's a good order.
I think it's the better film. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Robert, we are going to start with you.
I got this wrong. I said Legilimens.
Joe.
Legilimens.
Cameron.
Legilimens. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Legilimens. That looks good.
I know how to spell it. But...
Albert. Well, that wasn't how you spelled
I said some form of legilimens. That's spelling.
And Tyler.
I couldn't pull it.
All right, Legilimens is correct. So everyone will gain 2 points except for Tyler, who will lose 2 and go down to 14. We are on to the penultimate question. Nick, what's the category?
Your penultimate category is DC.
All right, let's get bets, starting with Robert.
2.
Joe.
2.
Cam.
To shock the world. 2.
Albert.
2.
And Tyler.
2.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
Your question is, who voices Two-Face in the Lego Batman movie? It's a very close game here, Tim.
Yeah. Yeah, lots can still happen for second place, for sure, and first place.
It's like we're in last one standing here.
Tyler and I are having fun.
Repeat.
It's going to be a repeat from Robert, his final one.
Final repeat. The question again, who voices Two-Face in the Lego Batman movie?
Oh my God.
It looks like we're in the last one standing again because you said like anything can happen and there's 5 people like being
5, 4, 3 having flashbacks, 2,
Yeah.
1 pens down. We're going to start with Robert.
I'm an idiot and I forgot.
We're going to go to Joe.
Billy D. Williams.
All right, we'll go to Cameron.
Billy D. Williams.
We'll go to Albert.
Billy D. Williams.
And Tyler.
Billy D. Williams.
And your winner, Joe Farrelly, moving on to the title match. Very exciting stuff. We're going to take everybody out and chat for a second. Nick, What'd you think of the 5-way overall?
Great match. Some people maybe a little nervous. Will definitely will look to improve in their matches to come, and I'm sure they will. Other people like Joe looking dominant. Joe was looking scary out there. He missed very few questions throughout the entirety of the match. I think it was the steals in round 2. He definitely got more steals than anyone else. That probably put him just a little bit above someone like Albert, who was really nipping at his heels the whole time. So Joe, moving on to the title for the vacant title. Great, and we will see Albert in the next title picture because he came in second. And everyone else has nothing to hang their head about. They all played great, and it was great to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you want to take over post-match interviews?
Yeah, we'll just talk to Albert first. And Koho. All right. Albert, as I said, you did great. You did everything you really could have done. There just was no catching Joe today. But even with that, you still had a pretty dominant second-place performance. How are you feeling about it?
I mean, getting second place is good. There are some questions that I regret. Like, I think I mixed up the live-action Cinderella with the animated one with that round one. And the camo wall, I couldn't remember the word camo. So I decided to go multiple choice. But maybe that could have catched up if I got it right. But yeah, those small stuff is going to bother me. But aside from that, I think this is pretty good performance from me. So yeah.
Koho?
Yes, second place in a monster game from Albert. I'm proud of him. Yeah, Joe just played a great game. There's not much we couldn't really do anything to combat that. Joe just played great. But Albert played fantastic. We played basically our best possible game. And we got 24 points, I think, which is ridiculous. So I'm proud of this guy. Insane showing. And I'm excited to see what we get to do next with this one. So it's gonna be fun.
I am as well. Great job today. We will see you again very soon, Albert, pre-tournament. And it should be a grand old time. But for today, I almost took Tim out. That would have been bad. For today, let's talk to our winner, Mr. Joe Farrelly. Joe, you kind of had it clinched the whole time. Maybe save for round 1 when you and Albert were tied and everyone else was close behind. Round 2, you really took advantage of all those steals, came out with a decent-sized lead, and then, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you bet on every question hit in round 3, so it's not like you could sort of just coast. You definitely played it out to the end. Joe, are you prepared for your first title shot?
In a way. I think Scully and Brzakala are both very scary players, and I definitely think I need to go up another level to compete in a title match. You know, you've got 5 rounds, a little bit more to do that. The only one I didn't bet on actually in round 3 was the Disney animation one. Even though I hit it, I didn't bet on it. But I knew it because I believe that may have been a deep cut movie we had back in the days when you were playing. But
the old days.
A little bit more faith. But yeah, I think the most kind thing in this match was the wheel. I deferred, and the first 2 spins were Star Wars and James Bond, which annoyed me. I knew it wasn't going to happen the second or third spin, so I thought of passed on. But to get Wizarding World, that was the key. I think a lot of people spun things they didn't necessarily want. That being said, I think Tyler crushed that horror icons category, but I think a lot of people spun things they didn't really want. So I think the wheel worked in my favor, and yeah, it feels good. It feels good to sort of start having a good showing in the last person standing, and then to play a match like this. It's a good way to start the year.
I agree 100%. Eames, maybe give us like a facial reaction to Joe's performance today. That works. Well done. Joe, I'm very excited. Full transparency. We don't know who won last week yet. It's either Menchaca or it's Sculler.
Sculler. Good old Sculler.
It's either Menchaca or Scully. I'm excited for either match. It's going to be exciting. Good luck in your title, your quest for the title, sir. We will see you next time. Well done, Tim.
Yeah.
Hey. Listen. We will see Robert, Cameron, and Tyler again come tournament time.
Yep.
And we will see Albert again very soon. But everyone played really well. It was fantastic. Joe had a heck of a showing. He did say something I forgot. The wheel hated every single person today, except save for Joe and Albert, which is definitely something to keep in mind. But Tim, final thoughts. Put a bow.
Yeah, like you said, I think everybody played really well. Even though some of these guys aren't going to be back in singles till the tournament, we still get to see them in teams. And there's some team stuff coming up that's going to be pretty crazy too. But I'm honestly just excited to see either Joe versus Mark or Scully, because like you said, we don't know yet. You guys know out there, but either one of those matchups is exciting. So I think this is going to be a great singles title, and any three of these people are going to be deserving of that belt. So it's going to be really cool. I'm excited. So all that being said, thank you to everybody. Thank you to all the players, all the managers that were here today. Thank you to Nick for writing and co-hosting, and we will see you guys real soon with that title match. Bye.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.